when did you get, like, did you actually do cross country while you did track, or was it like, I'm going to just ease my way into cross country? And if so, like, what were your events?
So cross country and track. So track was like in the spring, and then cross country was like as soon as school started and stuff like that. So I did that, and then with such limited staff, like some of the coaches that were doing cross country were like also coaching track, and so they're like, hey, you should try this out and you see if you like it. And of course, with my brother's help as well, we're like, hey man, we should do this so that we can get the parents out there. So we can do something every Wednesday,
Get the parents? You mean get the girls out there? Stop playing with me, son. I know how it is on that track team now.
Well, people prize is for first place, all right? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That's awesome, because one of my coaches actually wanted me to give cross country a shot, and I saw that they were warming up with 3 miles. I was like, oh no, I think it was like a 5-mile warm up, like 5 miles. I was like,
yeah. Our coach had us out like running August, September when it was like 120 degrees. He's like, come on guys, come on. Let's get out there.
We got this. While he's sitting there in his little golf cart with the whistle, like.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like just waiting for us at the park. I'm like, come on, bro, what you doing?
Yeah, come on, fam. Let me get some Gatorade,
Yeah, for real. Come pick me up.
All right, so we went from early running, kind of dabbling with it a little bit in middle school, to where we got a little bit more interested in high school, started competing in track meets, so on and so forth, taking a whole bunch of L's. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Be that way sometimes, man.
Yeah. So where you started to kind of like, I can do the whole cross country thing as well. I have an interest for it, at least, and kind of dabbling into that. So we kind of went over like your early life as far as fitness. And at this point, so in high school, you also did weights, right? You said you just started in freshman year a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, we had like a weightlifting class, but it's just like kind of like, hey, like you're inside the weight room, like figure something out. And, like, so all I knew then was like maybe curls.
Bench. Like, come on, man, you were glued to that bench press. That's all everybody does is every day max out bench.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I actually remember my weightlifting classes that I had in high school. Nobody wanted to actually follow the regime that you were given, because I don't know about you guys, but we were actually given a workout plan. So you did your maxes. Our coach had something to where he would plug all the maxes into the computer, and then he would spew us out like, I think it was like 4 weeks at a time or something. But like nobody ever stuck by that, because every day was chest day for everybody. Everybody wanted to max out on the bench. That's hilarious. So we go from we did a little bit of running, early life. We did long distance running, and then we started to kind of like dabble a little bit into weightlifting. So then comes this thing called boot camp. So did that kind of transfer over, like the strength and the conditioning that you gained from like your early life? Did that transfer over to while you were in boot camp? Like, did you feel like it definitely helped you throughout the process?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the running part of it, I mean, I was always gear guarding because they're like, oh, you don't need a PT. And you know that. I mean,
you always stayed back.
Out there. Yeah, you're like, hey, y'all gotta stay back. You're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd always have me on gear guard because I had a good foundation for running, and
right.
Upper body was okay, but yeah, the running was what killed everybody in boot camp. You know how it is.
Right. So were you were able to like max everything else out, pull-ups and crunches?
I think I got a 300 on the initial, and then I choked on the last final and got like a 298 or something like that. But
oh no, not a 298.
I mean, it's easy when you weigh like a pound and like a half. I weighed like 110 at that time, 120.
Were you a double rat?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, everybody would always be asking around, like, yo, I can't have that configure in there.
Man, let me get an extra brownie or something. I
know, right?
A sandwich.
That's awesome. Red tag.
In your little pocket right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, recruit training, it definitely helped to transfer over. So I'm pretty sure you were glad that you kind of got into fitness, running, conditioning, and strength training prior to the Marine Corps. So what about during your actual Marine Corps career? Like, how do you feel that fitness has been, like, being so obsessed with fitness has benefited you throughout the time that you've been in?
So I was pretty good whenever we did like running and stuff like that, and I was okay enough, upper body wise, to like, when we're doing McMath and stuff like that, and doing other office PTs and all that. But the running and stuff, like I said, I started thinking to myself like, hey, like I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to do something different, because you're only lying to yourself if you know you're good at something and you're neglecting that other part. It's kind of like if you suck at swimming and you're a beast at everything else. Like, hey, that's gonna be your downfall, like.
But to get in that pool.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I know a lot of people that are like that, and I mean, listen, we're all guilty of that. Where you stick to your strengths. Like I think for the longest time, I'm trying to think of what my shoulders were like the weakest point that I had. And it didn't help that I ended up like tearing both my shoulders. And so I knew at that point I had to strengthen my shoulders. And now I feel that, I mean, look at your boy, I'm fine. But now I feel that my shoulders are like kind of my strongest point. And I think that's kind of like what you were saying is, sometimes you need to actually take your weakness and that needs to be your prime focus.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So, obviously for those of you that have been in the military, you go through numerous courses, whether it's like corporal's course, now they got Lance Corporal seminar.
Oh, yeah.
Course, so on and so forth. And if you're not fit prior to, don't try to get in shape like a week or two out. It's just not going to happen.
No.
And that's definitely like being fit, like he was saying, is definitely helps, for whenever you do come into those different situations. And it's not necessarily just doing like physical training. It's just having the condition to work long hours. You know what I'm saying? That having the conditions to have like a clear mind whenever you're going through stress. So I think all those things help. And obviously Jesus was able to damn near master that process, and it's helped him out throughout different situations and scenarios.